My name's Riz Ahmed, I'm 29 and I'm from the UK. Not so much, it wasn't so much a case of kind of, because I landed one role, another role came up. One of the things that I've been really lucky to do in my career is work on quite diverse projects with quite diverse kinds of filmmakers and different kinds of roles. So that's amazing because as an actor, I think that's one of the things that we really love doing. Is kind of, going through that transformation and having that variety. But it also means that you kind of have to prove yourself every time afresh, I think, a film like Black Gold, I don't think you get cast in that off the back of an improvised docudrama like Road to Guantanamo, for example, or a comedy like Four Lions, or an experimental film like Rage. That's something that you have to win, afresh every time. So I think that's one of the things. If you want to keep doing different kinds of work, you have to win the roles from scratch every time. But I like it that way. I think Road to Guantanamo has a special place in my heart because it was my first film, my first time at the Berlinale, first time at any festival, and it was just such a kind of heartbreaking insight, kind of going through the similar experiences to what those ex-Guantanamo Bay detainees went through. I always remember kind of being on the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan, an area now which should be far too dangerous to go to. Kind of 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds with AK-47s, selling heroin and asking for sweets. It was absolutely surreal. It was like something out of Mad Max. So that's something that I think I'll always remember, and maybe an experience that sadly, is not possible for Westerners to repeat, because of the circumstances there right now. I'm not really in the massive habit of Googling myself, because I think when you're an actor, there's enough things to make you self-aware as possible. You have to watch yourself on screen. You have to talk about yourself an unhealthy amount, really, in interviews. And also, you meet a whole new team of people every couple of months. A new 60 people, a new 100 people. And when you meet new people, what do? You have to introduce yourself. You build relationships. You talk about yourself again, naturally, just in a way of getting to know people. So I think you can end up with quite a rigid sense of who you are, a rigid sense of self. And I don't think that's helpful for actually being an actor. So I try and avoid that. I'm not saying I've never done it, but I'm saying that I try and avoid it. I'm not sure if that's maybe that's been more true traditionally, but if you look at Hollywood right now, whether you look at Christoph Waltz or Stellan Skarsgård or whoever, I think that there's full of Hollywood's full of kind of European actors. I think it should be, Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz, and I think there's also that long tradition of kind of continental actors going and working in America. And also I'd say that for these continental actors, they all speak fluent English, so they can work in their home territory and in the UK and in America, whereas for me, I'd have a lot of problems working in Swedish or in Danish or in Polish because I don't speak the language. So it might look like we've got it easier, but maybe actually, I've got high expectations of all of them, and I'm excited to see what they all do next. I think it's a phenomenal group of people, all with really distinct, strong personalities. They all look amazing. They're all very different, and it's lovely that we've all been brought together. My only hope is that we might get to work together, some of us, because we get along well, and they're really cool people.
You know how to whistle, don't you? Put your lips together and blow.
Yeah! See? Easy. Puffin says, find a target.